I'm weather 2020 meteorologist Gary Lezak. You can see over here there's the winter forecast for the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, the National Weather Service, the Climate Prediction Center. Is there legitimacy to this forecast heavily weighted in El Nino? Absolutely. However, the LRC is the centerpiece, is the big jigsaw, and let's go and discuss in this report. The next 30 days are extremely important. So in this report, we're going to actually look at the first running of this year's LRC model, and within a month, we'll be able to share some of your counties with you. So be patient for another month as this pattern continues to evolve. All right, let's take a look and see. Let me go full screen here so I can show you, go through this with you. Order in chaos, the next 30 days shaping the next 300. That's right, the next 30 days will be shaping the next 300 days around the northern hemisphere. El Nino is making the predicted headlines. What happened last year? Well, look at this. CNN, as the U.S. gears up for a winter heavily influenced by the first strong El Nino in years, scientists and the Weather Service making these forecasts. USA Today, snow forecast, maps show El Nino trends. San Francisco Gate, what NOAA's new snow maps say about California. Houston, NOAA calling for a stronger El Nino, which means winter snow could dip further south. Really? Will it be cold enough farther south for that? We will see about that. So last year, November 2022, most weather forecast sources predicted that the third La Nina in a row will lead to another dry year in California with lower amounts of mountain snow. Well, look at this. On the left, that is a house near Lake Tahoe. Each one of these layers is a snowstorm that hit. Okay, many snowstorms. The Heavenly Ski Area had over 4 inches of snow last winter, and we predicted 400 to 900 inches of snow in the Sierra. So the LRC prediction was for drought-ending situation. Other sources for the drought to continue. So this winter, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the Climate Prediction Center, basically NOAA, has put out this forecast for seasonal temperatures and seasonal precipitation. And this is just one snapshot in time as you look at this. This is one snapshot in time for the next 90 plus days, December, January, and February of this upcoming winter. All right? There's one look. The difference that the LRC provides is that we will go down to the county level and take you day by day, week by week, and predict when and where things are going to happen. So right now, before we get to the LRC first run of this year's model, the medium range models are actually somewhat fitting the initial predictions from El Nino. There's some lake effect snow forecast, not much in the next 10 days over the lower 48 states except for lake effect, and then mountain snows are in the forecast for the ski areas of Colorado, back towards Utah, and even down to California around Lake Tahoe. They start getting hit by these storm systems. Very important. As I said, what happens in the next 30 days is extremely important. California starts getting hit. That was the GFS model. Here's the European model. The European model is a little wetter in the south. All right, so once again, there's the next 10 days of the GFS model. Look at it, comes down to Los Angeles. The European model comes all the way down to San Diego. Will storm systems penetrate this area? This is extremely important for the winter, what happens in the next 30 days. El Nino is strengthening, becoming moderate to strong. El Nino, the warming of the tropical Pacific Ocean, will influence the overall pattern in the jet stream. There may be splits and stronger southern branches. And as Houston said, that could lead to snow down in the south if cold air gets tapped. So we'll be talking about that. El Nino has just become official. 5 consecutive 3-month averages. And that's why they just turned this red. And it's growing. Look how it is warming up. 0.5, 0.8, 1.1, 0.3. This is 1.5 degrees above average C over the tropical Pacific Ocean. And this, it means that El Nino is strengthening, becoming moderate to strong. Forecast to stay strong through the winter and even stay El Nino into the spring. So something we'll be monitoring. Remember, it is a piece of the big atmospheric puzzle. The LRC is the centerpiece of the jigsaw, of the cycling weather pattern. And we will provide insights for you. The LRC is right here in the first cycle of the pattern. Once it becomes established in the next 30 days, we'll go into cycle 2, and our predictions for January through September will be gold for agriculture, energy, transportation, shipping, and others. So just know that it's setting up still, it's evolving right before our eyes, and we'll share some of these insights with you very soon. We just ran the LRC model Saturday night for the first time. The LRC is the science of when and where. When and where will there be a hurricane? We predicted Idalia this year, and even Hurricane Hillary had a relationship in California. When and where will there be a winter storm? When and where will there be droughts and floods and severe thunderstorms? We were nearly 90% accurate or higher on severe weather predictions this season. Here's the model that we had running last week. We added the new data that we have so far, and this is the updated LRC model for California. Notice the differences. Basically, last year's pattern had all wet over all California, 90% to 580%, still in the forecast as of last week. But now that the LRC has changed, notice this, and I'll post this map so you can look at it. A little bit less, but remember the pattern is still evolving. For the Corn Belt, before the new LRC set up and after, some similarities, but some big differences. When you look at this, this is for the percent of average precipitation for all the locations around Illinois, Indiana, west to the Western Plains, and through the heart of the Corn Belt in Iowa. So look at these differences on the map. Let me know if you have any questions. In Kansas and Missouri, this is the forecast Friday for the next few months. And here's the forecast. And by the way, I didn't tell you this. This is for January. This is for December 1st to January 31st. This is for the 2-month period, December 1st to January 31st. So each of these are December 1st to January 31st. And next month, we'll dive into some of your counties. As I've promised you, we will go into detail for some of you on week-by-week forecasts that I will provide for you as a premium customer. So accurate predictions bring value, enhance reliability, improve decision-making, monetization opportunities. Please set up a demo if you're an enterprise customer that wants the data in our system. We will definitely be there for that meeting. So once again, just go to weather2020.com. Speaking of that, 3 weeks away from a new website that you're going to really love with an interactive map, and we're going to be featured on the world's greatest TV show here in 3 weeks. More on that coming up. Weather 2020 and the LRC is the world's greatest weather innovation. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. We'll have another update early next week.